My logo is shit, so I'm going to have to change that. More details next. Hello viewer, my name is Graham Bosworth. I run Business Information Associates. We write custom software for businesses. If you know a business that's using a spreadsheet as part of their information handling strategy, then you should refer them to me, because there's a better way of doing it. As you know, my logo is shit, and that's caused me some trouble, so I've got to have to change it. I got in touch with Stephen Pinchbeck and organised a meeting with him, and this is the recording of that meeting. Well, I would like to thank Stephen Pinchbeck for joining me once again on Why Is My Business So Shit? Now, that title may change, it will probably change, because that word shit is giving me grief, and it was there to attract attention, but it's giving me grief. It's almost a distraction from the real purpose of this program, and that is to explore the problems that business people have every day and try to shed some light on it. Have a bit of fun along the way, of course, but that word, it's getting in the way. So if I'm going to introduce Stephen now. Stephen helped us with the original logo. He probably has some of the original drawings we had. So we're going to start by looking at those, and then we're going to talk about the changes that we're going to make so that this logo does not cause so much trouble. This logo was denied by Google My Business. I posted it on the Google My Business on the Google My Business platform, and they sent it back. So that's a problem that we need to address as well. So I'm going to ask Steve to share his screen now.
Beautiful. How are you, Graham?
I'm good, thank you very much.
That's good. All right, so I'll share my screen. Or did you want to
go? So the genesis behind this logo was that why is my business so shit? The business and the shit part was put there to attract attention, and that certainly worked.
Yep.
And we wanted the logo to somehow reflect business and money. So the idea was to find a shit emoji and some money, stick it on top, and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what Stephen did. Our tagline being a light-hearted look at the serious business of business problems, and we were going to call them business turds, but I don't even think we can get away with turds either. But all of that will be discussed. So that's where we're going to start from. Now, when the Google My Business thing happened and they bounced the logo back at me, I thought, well, we got to change this. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the logo so that we're going to turn it into a chocolate soft serve swirl. We're going to put it on top of an ice cream cone. And I thought that while we were here, we could rejig other parts of the logo. For example, brown is not really doing it for me. I look at it and I think, well, that looks shit. And it is shit. Typeface I chose was New Courier, because I thought nothing says business to me like New Courier, but it also says 1952 as well. So we just thought we'd have a go at the font as well and the colours in general. So I thought we'd start to talk about colours. Now I picked out 3 colours, and I've got their numbers here. The gold colour is FFD 700.
Okay, so let's put that in. FFD 700.
Yep.
Yeah.
The blue colour was 0000B3.
0000 B3.
And the grey or silver colour was going to be E7, E7, E4.
E7, E7, E4. Beautiful.
So that's the colours that I chose.
Yep.
You're welcome to give an opinion on that colour combination.
I think that's good. The grey is kind of a bit light, but we'll see how we go in terms of how it translates.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I want to keep the poo emoji, but we're going to disguise it.
Okay.
And I want to keep the money as well.
Yep.
But why is my business so shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to have to change. I decided to change it to why is my business such high intensity torment? Now that's too long for a tagline like that. So I thought I'd shorten that to why is my business, and that's it. Why is my business? And we'll be able to squeeze the such high intensity torment in later on somewhere else.
Yeah, we can have it as a byline too.
Yeah.
And what was that? High intensity
torment. So this is what the business owner asks himself when he's facing a problem. He's got his head in his hands and he's saying, why is this so hard?
Yeah. Fantastic. So so Graham, you can use that as a byline, which can look quite nice as well. Now, you were also saying about the font. Is that correct?
Yeah, the font. Now, I've got to use a font that is available in a wide variety of places.
Yep.
So I picked Trebuchet.
Trebuchet. I like it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the kerning on that. Why is my business? And then question mark at the end.
Probably, yeah.
Trebuchet.
Yeah, the one at the top.
So that's Trebuchet.
I picked that one because it's nice and clear.
Yeah.
And it's available in a wider variety of sources.
Yeah.
It's one of the standard internet fonts.
Nice. Okay, so we've got our palette of colours too. So if we have a look at our palette of colours, so once again, I'll just transfer those over to our palette.
Well, just hang on a moment. Yep. You know the colour of those coins?
Yep.
That sort of colour, I don't know if that's suitable, some of the darker gold colours in there. Do you think we should try and pick one of those colours out, or do you think we should stick with what we've got?
Well, do you know what? We could incorporate, and I know the gold is something that you want, but what we could do is we could create this as a grayscale, giving it some silver, and that's one of your corporate colours. So what we can do, I'll just go through here. We go edit colours, just convert to grayscale. So see how that's incorporating one of your business colours already?
Yeah, but I think gold coins look better.
Gotcha. So let's do that. So if we go there and we can adjust the colour accordingly. So let's go adjust colour on them. And we can preview it, the fill and the stroke, and we can put them in more of an intensity of yellow. There we go.
Yeah, that looks better.
And that's getting towards our colour.
Yeah.
So that was just done with a click of a button. All good. I'm just very lucky that this is a vector file, which is great to use. So we're able to color it really easily. And also, too, if you enlarge it up really big, it doesn't lose definition.
Yeah. its definition. Yeah. Now you were talking to me during the first session about being able to reverse out.
Yes.
Um, so I thought that we could use the blue and the yellow alternately to reverse the name out.
Gotcha. Yep.
So we could put the yellow name on a blue background or a blue name on a yellow background. I don't know how that's going to go with the the coins.
Yeah. So
Or you could put the blue name on a grey background.
that's it. So we have elements here. So I'll take you through the first element of the different backgrounds. So obviously one's got to work on a white background, and then we've got the blue background, like you were saying. So did you want? So if I create a blue square. Now, the yellow square is sometimes quite hard. If you reverse out from yellow, you just got to be careful of yellow because it sometimes is not as strong. That's quite a deep yellow, which is good. I'll just go from there. Okay, so we've got those.
Might be a better idea to reverse out from the grey.
Yeah, yep. So, so I'll just lock that. Okay, so we've got that there. So the main thing is we've got why is our my business, and then we bring that to the front. So we've got to have it working on there. So we use our corporate colors. So let's say the blue is quite strong. And then we have our high intensity torment. I don't know whether you want that as a byline at this stage, but we can have that.
We'll think about that.
Yeah, so and it's important to not make it too small either. So it's really important that now that grey, so where we've got that grey coming in too, is the grey really works well with sort of lighter fonts. So if that was there, we can have it sort of as a lighter font, and we can also have it as a background color, like you were saying. So let's just put those aside there. And then we've got the grey, which is that one there. All right, so the emoticon. So how do we
We're going to turn that into an ice cream again.
Okay,
so I thought that the first thing we could do is try to colour it in the grey colour.
Gotcha.
Yep. Instead of making him brown, make him grey.
Yeah.
Because I want to put him on a golden cone.
Okay, yep. Alrighty. So we can just do a straight adjust mode grayscale.
Yeah.
And then we've got the capabilities to adjust him. So we can either go lighter.
Well, I'd like to get him as close to the grey colour as I can.
Yeah.
While still keeping his eyes in colour.
Oh yeah. So if we go, so we can go a bit lighter on him, Graham. What do you think?
Yeah, I think a bit lighter. He's looking a bit steely.
Yep. So we go here, brightness. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's better. All right. So we've got some silver ice cream or a silver turd, whatever you want. And now for the golden cone.
Yes. So we just have to look for a cone. I'll try golden cone illustration.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any, I'll just go back to it. Is there any?
Yeah, I think the one in the top right is pretty close to what we want.
So that one there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the ones just below it, they look all right too.
These ones.
Yeah.
All right, so then there's that one there. which is a bit
Well, waffle cone. I like waffle cones.
Yeah, so it's just dependent on, there's so much around on what you can do. Let's just go with that first one. It's got quite a good colour option. Now, the beauty about how I work too, Graham, is that we don't buy the photo straight away. I just pretty much grab a preview of it, and we just visually have a look how it's working with the other elements. And you can see how it's all working. Sometimes it's nice to, I find I give a bit of definition of depth as well by just doing that, create it in a dark. So it gives it a bit of depth, bring that to front. And we can U-shape that around however we want, so we can cut this in a bit. So we'll do that. Just up a bit, Graham, or what do you think?
The the whole thing needs to be smaller.
Yeah.
And I would like some kind of an inclination on the cone so that it's not sitting straight up.
Yeah.
Probably the top to the left and the bottom to the right.
So like that, but a bit of rotation.
Rotating the whole thing. Now, if I'm buying an ice cream cone, I'd like to see more ice cream than that. So
Gotcha.
the cone is either too big or the ice cream's too small.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah, it's sort of like overflowing a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you've got those really nice areas there.
Mm.
Tilting it a bit. Now, the next thing is incorporating the coins. Is that right, Graham?
Yeah, what I thought was that we could have the coins down the right-hand side.
Yep.
No, down the right-hand side near the S's of the business, and have the cone sort of leaning next to it.
Yeah. We need to put.
And the title at the bottom should be central to that, maybe a little bit bigger.
Now, another font is you've got Gotham, which is, I use that quite a bit. It's a universal font as well. That can be a thicker font, or we can stick with the Trebuchet. We can stick with that. That's where I was sort of saying that high intensity with the byline. So you just sort of got to try and work out where that would go. But let's just focus on this. Yeah, gotcha.
So I think we're nearly there. The tagline, high intensity torment, we need to add a word to that.
Yep.
And that is such high intensity torment. Because that makes our shit acronym complete. It shows our roots.
Yeah.
No, what I think we'll do is we'll work on the various different places that we might have to use it later.
Yep.
We'll get the broad brush strokes done now.
Yep.
and I reckon that's pretty close.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So that incorporates our three colours.
Cool. Yeah, so there it is. I think that it's working well, balancing nicely. So
Okay, fabulous. Well, thank you very much, Stephen Pinchbeck. Of course,
thank you, Graham.
there's a lot more to be done with this logo, but for example, we began to talk about how it's going to be used in a square space and how it's going to be used in a very long, elongated rectangular space. And I think that the colours that we've chosen will enable us to do that.
Great.
All right. So I'll thank you very much now, Stephen, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Graham. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Yes, thank you very much, Stephen Pinchbeck from SJP Design. Thank you for your hard work there. I know this has been a long episode, so I'm not going to hold you up any longer. Here come the credits.